everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today this is a little bit of a different angle. I have the pupper with me, and I only do this because my table and everything is broken down. We were supposed to move about a month ago, and as we can see, we have not. So every time I talk about my makeup kit, because I am a freelance makeup artist outside of YouTube, I always get questions about what's in my kit. And also, like, what do I usually stock? So, because I have a interview tomorrow for another freelance job, I am going to be showing you guys what I keep in my kit. So I've actually moved down onto the floor. There's better lighting down here, and I can also set out all of this stuff that I take out of my kit on the floor. I don't usually keep everything on the floor. I have everything set up nice in my little shelving unit over here, but because I am taking everything out, they will all be laid out in front of me. Also, don't ask what's going on with my hair. It's a work in progress. So the first bag we're going to start in is my American Crew bag. This I got when I was a hairstylist with Great Clips. Hi, Great Clips. And I really love this bag for makeup stuff because it's really easy. Sorry, I feel hair. Got it. To put everything that you need essential in here. It's actually a men's hair bag, but since Michael doesn't use his, I use his. We're going to open up this front bit here, and I can flip it open to show you what I've got in here first. I'm going to start pulling it out. So the first big thing that I pull out is the Too Faced Natural Love Palette. Now this thing looks rough because it is rough. I've used it so much. I absolutely adore it. I've mixed colors on it. You can see this used to be felt, and now it's just kind of like the glue and like what's left of the felt. Tape the top back on because it's ripped off. Not to say that this is a poor quality palette, because this palette is fantastic. I've actually used it on my eyes today. But if you open, you can really see that I have used a lot of these colors almost to death. I've repressed them when they've broken. So you can really see that. I love this palette so much, especially for weddings. I love this palette if you're looking for something, if you're a freelance artist like me and you're looking for something that's going to help you with weddings and proms, this is going to be what you want. As a makeup artist, you're going to be putting foundation on people a lot. So what I suggest is go buy a couple of cheap silicone blenders. These will come in so handy for you, especially if you are working with a lot of different people at one event. All you have to do is wash these off afterwards. These are good for baking. These are good for putting the foundation on. It's good for just about everything. If you want to see more about these, let me know. I'll do like a review or something like that, show you how they work. And I don't have a case for these yet, but they still sit after they're washed in their little baggie here. Right. Next, we have a couple of powders / bronzers. Recently invested in Coty's Airspun. I got the translucent with extra coverage. People say it smells like an old woman. It really does. But they have this in a bunch of different shades. I got mine at Walmart. I've been looking for this for a very long time, and my powder just ran out, so I just went and got that. Because I do work with a bunch of different skin tones, I grabbed a banana powder. Next, I have a pressed powder from the Amazing Cosmetics. I have a Physicians Formula highlighter. There. For bronzing. This is cool because you can get all different shades and tones. Next, going into the back part here, I'll pull out these. Right, so I have a Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer Mist and also a Matte Sheer Envy. I love Hard Candy, and you'll see this more when I get into foundations and stuff. I absolutely adore Hard Candy. Honestly, if your company is testing on animals, you need to come into the 21st century. Like, there are other ways that you can test your products rather than be on animals. For example, send them to me. I'll test them. Wild, which is also a cruelty-free brand, and a natural finish spray for after you're done with the makeup. There are just basically eye primers. I have 2 little Lorac eye primers in here. I have an Ulta one, and I also have a NYX glitter primer. So there's that. Also had a Physicians Formula Refreshment Cucumber and Bamboo Eye Depuff. Last but certainly not least, in here, I just put these back. I have a bunch of color correctors, a bunch of concealers, and a couple of eyeshadows. I'm going to go into this bottom pouch here. And this is where I keep kind of my smaller palettes. And these palettes range from face palettes to eyeshadow. They don't exactly just have one specific kind in here. And I like to keep these under here because they're flat and they won't move around that much.
I just want to say I'm not sponsored by any of these. I wish they would sponsor me, but I am not a big person in the beauty community yet. So, these are the ones that I have gotten.
So the first one, another tried and true that I have my name on, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Again, I have used these to absolute death. I've repressed them and everything like that. There are 3 or 4 shades that do not even exist in this palette anymore. Next, actually on Instagram, you'll see when I got this. It was almost a year and a half ago now, I swear. My Lorac Pro palette with all the pastel colors in it. I am such a pastel person, and I love this. These are great for doing really soft, natural eye looks. My ColourPop palette. I've used a bunch of these as well. I love ColourPop. That brown is stunning. Like, it is beautiful. So that is actually one of the ones that people tend to want more. And then everything is just so freaking buttery. ColourPop, what are you doing? Like, look at those. 2 more. We have a Metalize Hypnotic Highlight Palette. It's like a purple. Here is a green highlight, gold highlight, blue. Oh, there we go. A couple of really, really pretty highlight colors. So this is the large bag. First thing we're going to pull out is this little bag here. This is an Ulta bag. I think I got it for like a promotion or something. And basically I unzip this, and inside I have all my concealers, my foundations, and everything. These are also hard candy. I have 4 of the most popular colors. And I also have a NYX dropper, which NYX gets super dark with their foundations, which I think is fantastic. But I mix that into this. So here's the darkest and deep in the Glamouflage. Then I also have ivory, medium tan, and tan. With these 4 colors, you can mix for anybody. Anybody. Correction, 5 colors, because of the NYX dropper as well. I rarely need to go darker than deep for foundations, so if that is a necessary thing, I always just get out my foundation dropper from NYX and just drop a few drops in, just from what I've done. Guys, don't come at me because, I know every color matters. I understand that completely, and I appreciate the people that do bring colors all the way down deep. But just for me and my business, I don't get a lot of extremely deep skin tones. Of amazing cosmetics, amazing concealers, these things are thick. And it's really nice when I can have a bunch of different colors, and I'm able to really go in and color correct or do anything I need to with these. So I have all of these. I have these amazing concealer Illuminate. I have 4 different colors in that: tan golden, tan, light caramel, and dark beige. So I have 4 of those. I rarely use them. I just pick them up when I need them. So there's that. Or just more so my extras bag. Mascara for every eye type. So the protein, the plump, the length, the wear, and the volume. I refuse to buy extremely expensive stuff. And when there's something just as good of a quality and it's cruelty free, I refuse to do it. I'm sorry, guys. That's just how I am as an artist, as a person. I refuse to pay too much for something that I can get duped and just be better. So, all about the artistry. You can do anything with cheap stuff. That's as simple as. And if you have someone telling you different, then that just means that they need to practice on their craft. I have a self-made palette for Lipstick Queen. So I have a ton of Lipstick Queen colors that can be melted down and used for NYX, the butter lipsticks. So I have almost every color in the butter lipsticks, I believe, and so nice. I like these a lot. To be a magnetic palette, but it's not magnetic. But you can see all of my favorite colors that have had really kind of sucky, like original palettes. I picked out the best colors out of these and I threw them in this one. This is like a thing where you just go to when you don't have that color. Last thing in this bag is my All About Blush palette, again with a cheap brand, Glam Chick. I love this. This, even though it is a cheap brand, it has almost the best pigment that, you know, I've ever had. So, I don't know if you can see. There you go. You can see all the colors there. There's no reason for you to go out and buy each separate color if you have it in a nice palette like this. The second biggest one in here is all of my lipsticks. So I pretty much, I'm not going to take them all out, but I have some NYX in here. I have Lipstick Queen glosses. I have like lip suede in here. I have just about everything in here. I really only use NYX and Lipstick Queen for lips because I like the way they come out. But I have all of these in here, and this is what I carry with me. And I'll have a little container that if we pick the top, like, but not least, all of my brushes are in here. And I also have some washi tape for like eyeliner or stuff like that. But my brushes, when I buy brushes, I buy them a little bit at a time. I don't go out and buy like a whole set. This gives me the opportunity to pick and choose what I use. So a lot of what you'll see with mine are these ACV brushes, which are just cheap from Amazon, but they're really great quality. You don't belong here. I have not heard back from Mary Kay whether they're cruelty-free or not, so for now we're not using them. I have Wet n Wild brushes. I have e.l.f. brushes. I have just about everything. I love Wet n Wild brushes. They are super soft, they're dense, but they are a great price. So if you're looking for brushes, then just either get them from ACV, which is what I got off of Amazon, or e.l.f. and Wet n Wild have like fantastic brushes. So that's the ones I use. But alright guys and dolls, that's it for what I bring with me to events. If you guys have any questions or want to know anything more about any other products, let me know. I really like showing you guys what is in my kit. Of course I usually use lashes as well, but they are out of stock for right now, so I'm going to grab some more later. But long story short, thank you guys so much for all your support, and I hope I can see you in the next one. Bye.